You're this perp back with another video, and I told you, man, I'm gonna go as hard as I can with these videos, dropping them back to back. Not I'm almost getting tired, but I'm gonna push through it. This is episode 5 of Black Summer, and man, was this action packed. Let's get right into the review without further ado. So we get introduced to some new characters, the ones that were in the black truck, that crashed also with Will and Sun, Manny and Carmen. But anyways, he's a little bit of a hot shot, Manny, and him and Will kind of butt heads, and it's really interesting. This whole episode is really interesting, and shows you how compassionate Will is towards his other fellow human beings. And then we get the introduction of Phil. Now, I like, to me, I felt a Shane vibe coming from this guy, but he's nowhere near Shane. But you can never trust a dude with teeth like that. So he kind of pulls Will to the side, like, yo, I don't even know these guys. He's talking about Carmen and Manny. He's like, I don't even know these two. The only person I really trusted was the person that was driving the black truck. So he tries to get into Will's head pretty much throughout the whole episode, and like, I'm like, yo, you should not trust this guy at all, man, and just no, don't trust that dude. And I feel like with Sun, I feel like she feels kind of like it's her fault that Barbara died. I don't know, but it's kind of hard to really pick apart what's really going on in Sun's head, kind of. But I'm liking where they're taking her character, leaving it kind of a mystery, kind of open-ended. But we get to their escape plan to get out of the, well, this is Phil's plan. Let's be clear. This is Phil's plan to escape the restaurant, for everybody to get to the stadium, because everybody's trying to get there to the safe zone. And Phil wants to use Sun as a distraction. And for some odd reason, he's always coming at Sun for some reason. Like he looks at her as a weak link, and so they go through with this plan, and it completely fails. It blows up in their face and almost gets everybody killed. And, back to the drawing boards, right? So then we go to our other survivors, Rose and Spears. They're walking with the dude that saved them from the school, and it pans over to Rose, and she's kind of hallucinating and just starts seeing things. It must be hot as fuck out there. I don't know. She starts seeing her daughter, and her daughter's really not there. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with her character by the end of this series, by the end of the season, I should say, because I just feel like she's going through something mentally. Like, it's weird. I don't know what it is. But back at the diner, everybody's pretty much fighting with each other, because they didn't really, it was a half-assed plan, and they didn't go for what they were going for. And they start having arguments about, like, let's just have a foot race and shit. And Phil's like, yo, we need to come out with a distraction. We need to give them something to eat. And right away, like, he starts doing some sneaky shit, trying to divide the group. And Will's not for it. He's like, who are you talking about? And because now it's just like, it's now the group is split into 2 versus 3. So Phil takes, Carmen and Manny to the back room to discuss a plan, and they come up with a plan. They're getting ready to leave, and Phil tells Will, like, yo, you coming? And Phil really wants him to abandon son because, he sees her as a weak link. Like, she can't speak English well. He's a real asshole, and this really tears Will up. But come to find out, right? Will finds out that Phil's been scratched, so he's already infected, and the shit that happens in this. And this leads to one of the greatest scenes this is like Walking Dead type scene where they just start wailing on this dude and he's dead and they throw him out. So then we cut back to Rose and them, and they're still walking. Spears falls out because he's kind of like dehydrated, and Rose goes back and helps him up and says like, yo, you gotta keep going, we gotta keep going. And then they finally arrive at the diner that the other group is staying at, so everybody is pretty much together now. And it was kind of goofy how this shit ended, honestly. I would rather it end like this scene. It should have ended like this, gone fade to black, yada yada, but it's whatever. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll check y'all out in the next video coming up very shortly, and I'm out. Peace.
I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. I gotta do more than just the average man would do. I gotta set a mark that can't nobody touch. A place that I won't go when I feel as though if you got love and you putting out real shit, you can do that. If you kicking that shit from your heart, you can go wherever your heart wants you to go. You have to be diligent about what you want. You have to apply yourself. You have to motivate yourself. And you have to do it for yourself, by yourself. And then you can do things for other people.